So we came to the Unit 6 of the Module 1, which covers the topic of practical devotional service. Abhideya. Abhideya is the process, how to attain the goal, right? How to attain the goal, which in our case is how to revive our dormant love for Krishna. Eternal love in Krishna is in the every heart of every living entity, covered, sleeping. So process to achieve the goal is called Abhideya. And the knowledge about the process is called Abhideya Gyan. Gyan means knowledge. Abhideya means knowledge about the process. It is one of the very important area to be carefully understood. Znanje o procesu. We have also other knowledge about Sambandha, knowledge about our relationship with Krishna and with his world. Имamo znanje o našem odnosu s Krishna in odnosih v tem materialnem svetu. And we have the third part of knowledge is knowledge about the goal, right? Prayojana Jnana. Knowledge about the Prayojana. Prayojana is the goal, which means love. Krishna Prema. In to področje je znanje o cilju. Samo je Prayojana Jnana, to je znanje o Krishna Premi, se pravi. Krishna Prema, uspavan oziroma ljubezen, čisto ljubezen Krishna. Kot ima že biti v duhovnem svetu. Okay, so Abhideya Gyan means this knowledge about the process is covered in this module 1. In module 1 je to znanje.
Modul 1, to je prva enota.
Ta knjiga imate.
Aha, prva.
This handbook, yeah, no, this, but yours, yeah, this is module 1.
Okay.
It's knowledge about the process. Many different. We were discussing a lot about four legative principles, the meaning and the depth of that concept, right? Which is nothing else than discussion about Sattva-guna. Se pravi, imeli smo diskusijo 4 divizij, to so nič druga kot poglobljena diskusija o Sattva-guni. And how important is this? And that four regular principles are not only the rules. Rules are only the peak of that iceberg. Pravila so samo vrh ledene gore, but most important to understand the hidden part. Because if we only stick by the rules and we don't know the principle behind, we may fail, we may miss the main thing. And it's also important for us who are in the role of leaders, and a devotee who is trained in the temple and others. We chant them. For those who have responsibilities, it's important to understand not only the peak of the iceberg, but also because you can help other devotees understand deeper meaning. Why is that? Why that? Why not that? And this situation, how about that? You know, it's all about. And similar is also connected with the topic, which is discussion now. This is discussion about deity worship. It's also a lot of these rules, but without understanding the principle behind the rules will be just a headache. So that's why take a little time to. It's not, of course, deity worship seminar now, but we will try to also to discuss some topics connected with deity worship, and so let's go to our scheme, Unit 6. So we discussed a little bit last week last time. It was Friday, I think. Any of you remember anything about?
Yes.
Or remember, or I would say, what point you touched you, or resonate with you most?
No, I said last one.
No, I can share both of them.
Okay.
Okay, start.
Well, I remember why Krishna came in this form. We are worshipping Krishna in this form.
What are the arguments?
And the arguments are like, we have material eyes, we cannot see him and he's spiritual. So because of his mercy, he gave himself to us in form of mercy so that we can worship him and to do some service to him. Because only through service we can obtain with devotional service we can obtain love.
Okay, wonderful.
So to please his devotee actually.
Manifest himself in the form which is accessible to our level of consciousness, which is not high. It's not high. So it's, in one sense, is Krishna manifests his form for the neophytes or the ordinary people, but also reciprocates for the advanced devotees. Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas, they also have a very intimate exchange with the deities, right? Most famous deities in Vrindavan. Radharaman, for example. You don't know about them, but it's this small deity which Gopal Bhatta Goswami has a Shalagan Shila. Well, this is the right, no, what Shila is, no, Shila. Like a stone. Shaman was there before. But Gopal Bhatta Goswami, heard this was the story. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis, he saw how other deities, how the devotees, other, sadhus worship Krishna in Vrindavan in the Murti form. Because Murti means.
Yeah.
And because with that deity you can do a lot of services personally. Decorate, you can massage them, you can clothes, different things. But in the Shila I cannot do everything because it's not. You can just put the turban, but just. So I had this desire. Oh, I also like to worship you like that. It was like secret desire. He didn't, he didn't want to make an spoke out. But Krishna then reciprocate Yevzvarno s to željom, and that Shragan Shila transformed a beautiful murti of Radha Raman. That Shila stone manifest into the murti.
But Krishna is Bhagavan, it's not him, then who else?
But no problem. For him, no problem. So maybe I can just it's somewhere there. See this. Let's see.
Said the Harinam is in the wall.
No, outside.
Radha Raman.
I don't know why. They have a overtura start. Aha, kažete.
So this is the. This is this deity. This is more.
Yeah.
This is the deity. Die. Die. Next time we'll join tomorrow. No, tomorrow we go also there. Go on. So this is the Radharaman deity. See, here is.
Naj obrazek ima pa tako, kot je imel.
So this was Shila, original Shila, but then it transformed into this form for Nisima Chaturdashi, for appearance of Lord Shivadeva. He
Ampak zakaj je to slišal, zvrnil, ker je bila zakaj prošnja?
yes, he wanted to have also this kind of service that he can.
Da bi lažje služili.
Yes, that he can also decorate, can put, can do garland like that. So then this deity has a three specifics. The face, the body, and I think they're from three main deities in Vrindavan. So there are three main deities in Vrindavan. One is Madam Mohan, one is Govinda, and one is Gopinath. There are three. So this is combination. This Radharaman deity is combination of all the three deities.
When we will go into
Oh,
that one.
now they are now already there. Yes. Soon Krishna's willing. Okay. So if you turn back. So also for this is now the point, also not only for the neophytes, there's some of the cheating about a highly advanced devotees, they have a special relationship with.
A Radharaman še dva, ki ste omenili, pa so zdaj treh teh božanstv skupaj, a to so samo zaščitniki. Mislim, kakšna so to božanstva, Radharaman pa...
To so murti, glavni murti od šestih Goswamijev, so this other Goswamis are worshipping, but he worshipped Shila, Bhatta Goswami, but he also desired that this deity manifested. And everyone was, wow. It's very famous, very powerful. Very powerful deity.
He remained like this?
Yeah, over the night, just.
Because usually they are in pairs. Radha, Krishna.
Then is another story. This is there is Radha is there, but in different form. I don't know exactly what is there, or not some kind of one, not some kind of or paraphernalia or something like that. I'm not sure. I will not speculate. We can research after also. So deity came for so that we have opportunity to serve him. Any other point? You also?
Ja, meni je bilo to zelo pomembno, da, ker seveda v bistvu nikoli nimam tega 108% prisotnosti, ko obožujem polasi, še vedno mi to ni jasno. Ampak to, ne, da moraš biti 108% zraven in se prositi, da ga smeš služiti. Da tukaj nisem jaz pomembna, ponižna, da to zanj delam in da zato tudi potem rečemo, da ti ponujam cvet, ti ponujam ogenj, in vodo, mislim, zato, da se ti z njim zgovarjaš, da je to še bolj doživeto. In to karma gyana, to mi je bilo tudi, vajam, da tle nisem jaz, da ni nekaj pomembno in tako, kar jaz to delam, ampak da je on uživalec in da tako nam neke kontrole, da je on tisti, ki to počnem. Če sem prav nekako razumela.
Yes, this understanding that Krishna is the deity doesn't come over the night. So you don't have like, oh, your Lord, you are here and we are so fortunate to worship. This is our ideal of consciousness. But of course, we are not there. We are mind somewhere else. This is also there because we are not purified so far yet. So that's why, of course, these other thoughts come in, or you're not attentive, also she mentioned inclusive worship also, because there is a plan, this is another difficulty, right? Because it's an extension of original form. So that, of course, is our mind is very, how to say, distracted with many things. But if you do this continuously and consistently, then, and with understanding, because we understand that this is the Lord through the Shastra. We see the doll, right? And without the information, and all other people, other worlds see these deities as dolls, because they don't have what is connection. What makes that we see Lord in this form is Jnana Chakshus, Shastra Jnana, Shastra Chakshus. Shastra means Vedic knowledge, Vedas, Shastra, and Chakshus means vision. So we see through the eyes of the Shastra. That's why we see knowledge is connection. That's why knowledge is so important. I just read this today. There are two factors in our notion of spiritual advancement. One is faith, and one is connected with that is knowledge. Scriptural knowledge, that we have proper direction, that we have solid foundation, first that we are determined, right? Sankalpa, that we have intense desire, and that we have, clear vision. Okay, we want to go there. We know how many things will come. Yeah, will come there. The knowledge is important to inspire and guide us, and those who explain the knowledge. It's important. Without systematic training and education and studying, reading of the scripture, we will be bewildered. So we have to have these discussions. We have to try to understand. Even if we don't have understanding of whatever is the reason, sincerity will always bring us back. Iskrenost. Iskrenost means sincerity of purpose. It's intentional. This is purpose, why we do. We want to please, but I don't have capacity intellectual, I'm so slow or disturbed or distracted. So it's Krishna is aware of that. Jnanam smriti mapohanam cha, all knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness come from Krishna. So we have this is the main. So if we try, we seek devotees, association of devotees who are on that path, who are inspiring us, we are always safe. Even though we don't have capacity. In Vikamika, we don't have capacity. No, we are not philosophers. We are not deep thinkers. We are fortunate souls. We have opportunity. Okay? We don't have qualification, but we have real faith, and with this faith and the sincerity, then Krishna will enlighten us, guide us, direct us. То, че нямаме капацитет интелектуална, карко я позволю, старико нас мира. Нас Бог живемо той искрени на мен, Кришна нас скос усмерил, това нам помага. That's important. Otherwise, we will be very discouraged. No? I read, I don't understand anything. No, so much I'm sleeping. No, it's too difficult many times. No? But if you just we go to read or study, even if we don't understand, we do this triangle, Krishna, for you, to please you, and because Guru Parampara says, I will try to read, try to understand. Even if it's so like Chinese. There are examples, I will give again examples. Sometimes devotees go to India or some places where they don't understand the language, or even here, no? English or there. Huh? I don't understand why this. I'm not so good in English. I'm not good in Sanskrit, and all this stuff is there, you know. Or someone speaks the same language, but his language is not very professional or very, some kind of difficult to understand. We still go to listen. To show, to please. Now, some devotees, even if you don't understand, be there. It's transcendental topic. It will be purifying for you. And we have this mentality, I don't understand nothing, but for your pleasure, dear Prabhupada, Shishipancha Tattva, I will try. I will be here. Although I don't understand. So it's attitude, it's the mood, it's raspoloženie is important. Even sometimes, some lecturer here, some giving class who is very, doesn't resonate with our condition, especially in the temple, we can have such a situation. We still go for the Prabhupada's pleasure. Because it's the mood. It's not, it's the mood what comes. And Krishna is also like austerity, like Strogos, but directed. The Podivyam Putraka Yenastatvam means that if you do this kind of austerity for Krishna's pleasure, this austerity will bring Brahma Saukyam. Brahma Saukyam means transcendental pleasure. And will purify our coverings, which covers our real identity. And also similar with the deities, right? We also go to the darshan, we go to the program. Every program in the temple is deity worship. Cleaning the dining room is deity worship. Cleaning the attic, which comes next program. Or repairing the cars. Bringing garbage out is deity worship. You see this also. Okay, this is your thoughts from last. Okay, so now, we discuss why Krishna comes as deity. Then we discuss, this is page 85. So then different kind of deities, Radha Krishna, Jagannath, Gaur-Nitai, Srinisimha, also others. Some kind in India, we have a lot of deity of Krishna's. Vishnu deity. South India is full of Lord Vamanadeva, big. I was in one temple in Kanchipuram. It's like diorama, what's diorama? So it's like a deity, like from the wall, it's not round murti. So I was in one temple, Kanchipuram, Vamanadeva, with steps over. So it was like, wow. Also the leg, that was the other leg, that, like, this is from Bhagavatam picture, like that. But this was huge, like maybe 5 meters or maybe more. Like, I mean, maybe double this size. Black, completely black, no color, nothing, just huge deities. Or Hanuman deity in India, like 20 meters. Like this is like you see like this petrol building, like that. So you have many different deities could be, and they are in different mood. But Prabhupada most recommend for the Western world Gaur-Nitai because they are so merciful. Gaur-Nitai Panchatattva, they are so merciful. They are compassionate. Because they know we are not qualified, they just see the good things. And that's why, that's why our temple is there, because Panchatattva is merciful. Although we don't have high standard, they are still tolerating us and encouraging us. They appreciate every service, garland, all this, cleaning the flower room, all this stuff, so deity worship. But so one point of this discussion is, if we have some kind of issues or some kind of challenges or distractions, try to remember this formula. Why we doing this? What we are doing? This cleaning of flower room or this gal making or the serving is this is for your pleasure. Try to this is intelligence directs the mind. You understand? It's a function of intelligence. And then when emotion comes and some anxiety, it's not done, it's not done. And then intelligence, okay, this is for your pleasure. No? All this is for, whatever they do is for their pleasure, for a bunch of pleasure. So it will remove that, degradation of the mind, or uplift at least theoretically. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was, do you know some other deities? Okay, which deities are in the temple? Okay, we have also this, we have. Okay, then we proceed towards further in this scheme. So the deity worship next is these murtis can be from different materials: metal, paint, stone, wood, mind, jewels, sand, and clay. This is from Shastra.
What is clay?
What is mind?
Clay means glina. Sand means basic, jewels. Mind is interested.
This is it.
Yes.
How mind?
We can imagine in the mind, like yogis, and they visualize the form of the deity.
I made such a nice garlands in my mind with the orange roses, and today I saw them, 3 of them, and I saw out there were not anymore. My roses were garlands.
Went, disappeared. From the wood, stone, paint, and metal. Which one is from Pachitata?
Glina.
No. Wood.
Wood. Okay, small one.
Metal.
Small one.
Metal.
Small one, Gornita is
Metal.
metal.
Stone.
Stone, which part? The stone? Shila usually, or the big deities usually are stones.
Yeah.
For example, Hungarian farm, there's stone. And our Panchadatta is from what kind of wood?
Yeah. Tulsi.
That would be nice, but Tulsi doesn't grow so big. So they are from Nim. They were carved in Mayapur. Panchadatta was carved in Mayapur, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya.
Nim.
Nim.
To bomo videli, ko bomo šli v Indijo.
Nim is the tree under which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. That's why he was.
Yeah, I
born.
know this story.
Nimai, yes.
Yeah.
Nimai. Okay, this is different materials. So some deities can be temporary, some are temporary, and one are stana. It's called stana. Temporary and
Yes.
for the old time, no? Temporary means they are manifest and withdraw. For example, here is sand. You see sand? Sometimes they do on the beach, they do Jagannath Puri, in India they do deities on the sand. But then goes away. Temporary and permanent, I was looking at that word. Permanent means constant. That means that they are constantly worshipped. For example, in our temple, we have also temporary deities. Shishinita Gonatarach. Are they other deity? That means that we call them and we call them back. They call Utsava deity. Utsava means festival deities. So we ask Krishna, please manifest here, and then we ask him to go.
Samo priložnosti.
Yeah, because otherwise they could not be in the garderobe,
we worship.
Aha.
Because it's the deity is there.
Veliko.
So it's not that, oh, I don't have time. It's not like that. That is offenses them. So that's why it's important. Also, and it also refers to devotees who has deity at home. It's not that, oh, I go to the holidays, I go to the so it's a great responsibility. Like it's part of family. So for the big deities like this, it's not enough for people. All countries should worship it with high standards. Even government, this was the king's duty to provide, all facilities. The deity. If deities are not pleased, all countries will suffer. That's understanding who.
To zelo odgovorno, če ti želiš imeti deity doma.
Yes.
Se pravi, ti lahko, mislim.
Of course, you get okay. If you have deity, there are some. That's why you don't worship the deity if you don't have permission of Guru. When Guru sees, okay, you're serious, responsible, understand enough, then it's not a fashion. Although sometimes also Prabhupada encourage that people buy Gonitai as adults, and whatever they do, they have benefit. That's also true. If someone give the deity and they do some, they offer something to the deity, flowers, whatever, to even non-devotees even, no? And if they do something, they will have benefit because they don't know and they do unknowingly. But if you know, then it's a bigger responsibility. Then you cannot play. Then, so it's important.
Yeah.
And if it's not done, then offense to deity can be obstacle for our devotion service. So it's
obstacles, yeah.
Uvira, predicator. So it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
So that's why Prabhupada recommend that we have pictures. Pictures. Yeah. They also deity. What that means for the level of our advancement, also it's not okay. That's why we carefully deal with the pictures. Don't put toilet. You don't put it now very in the where we have shoes. You don't put this kind of picture. It's not clean enough, and that should always be aware. Krishna is there. Krishna is there. That's why the deity is there. That we are aware, right? Because we cannot see, and he comes to our vision that we are aware of him. Somehow we give a respect. Krishna is here. Some kind of attention. Maybe it's not a big attention, but that counts. This is also similar with prasadam, offering bhogam, for a similar principle. For example, if you have some kind of a job that you have to go out eat, in the hotel or the restaurant, right? And then the people they eat what they eat, but you order some kind of what can be offered to the Lord, salad or something like that, no? And they bring together, right, for your business or whatever, and what you have now this boga, what you will do? Yes, this is similar. So you cannot do big offering. You don't put bell out, then
Wait.
Pray, That will be that.
But they are. Oh my God.
Yeah, sometimes can be done, of course, in the job. Then they know they're really freak. That's okay. But when you do like that, you don't expose yourself necessarily. So you put attention to the Lord in the mind, right? There was also deity worship. Like you have put attention, Krishna. Please forgive me in this situation. Oh, I cannot properly offer this boga to you. This can accept. This can be very few quickly. So it's attention. You are aware that it's not good to eat without offering. That's the point.
Sina pa da ja, tri ni tako, damo banano, Krishna, prosti.
Yes.
Нападатели просто спрento prosim.
Yes, like that. So we put attention. That's important that we're not neglectful. That we're not. There is one marni than the West. So it's a part of our spiritual advancement. You know, we are where Krishna is there, so we don't do anything independently of him. The deity worship is for that reason. In the home, they are the main, you know, the Lord of the house. Not the movie, but the Lord of the house is Krishna, you know. When the devotees at home, deities, they are. Now everything resolved around them. If morning program, evening program, all food is offered to deity. This is how. That's why the home deity worship is encouraged. If far from the temple, if the temple is there,
Kako pa je s tem, ker vidim, da imajo Bhakti, tudi ko so v templju živijo, pa imajo svoje božanstva. Kako pa s tem?
Yeah, this is also sometimes that there is also on the temple. It's not the best scenario because it could be the main deities are neglected.
Kaj te dovolj ne poskrbijo potem za njih, ne marajo.
Za glavna božanstva ponavadi smo malo nemarni. We don't have time to go to the program because I have own deity. It's not proper mood.
Je lahko tudi obratno?
Yes, because all the deities, other deities are expansion of Panchatattva. No, they expand. If you cannot be here, then okay, you have expansion. But if you have here, should focus on that. And we try to rise if you have a lot of devotees, you know, why have separate the deities, and we can just offer, expand the offerings. No, we can change the dress every day. 2 times per day is the standard, you know. Morning, every day, like Sunday, every day, like that. In the evening, every evening, have pajama.
Like in Krishna wedding.
Yeah, this is the proper standard. So we don't have. So that's the idea. Not just have minimum, but we have more devotees are there. Not to deal with their own deities, but they just put energy there. That's because why we want to expand the standards, because if the Lord is worshipped opulently, there will be opulence everywhere. And anyone will be, you know, when they see the opposite of the deities, their greed will be reduced, selfishness will be reduced. So yes, so garlands, you know, can be changed. Or in Vrindavan, they put garlands. They're selling outside the door, and they offer to the deities all the time. Yes.
Čez dan.
Yes, many times. They just put it also on Citadel. For example, Citadel in Mayapur, Panchatattva in Mayapur, here you can buy. No, there are offerings. Or you buy the offering and bring to the pujari, and bring to the deities. You know, do some mantras, and then they give you a bag. This is a lot. So this is but we have to understand who are the deities. And you say, you know, I can, and also, no, when you come to the deities, when you visit the deities, you bring the deities gifts, flower, whatever, you know, because it's the opportunity to give something. Your karma, you know, whatever you use for yourself, you know, this selfishness is immediately purified if you give to the deities. Right? This is the highest gift you can even give to the deities. No higher giving.
This is also etiquette also when you are going to visit somebody who has deities home, you are giving not prasada.
Yeah, this is the higher consciousness. This is consciousness, of course. Okay, so yes, next topic, idolatry or deity worship. A je to zvone božanstvo ali je to malikovanje?
Pomeni malikovanje.
Da ti obožuješ malike.
Ne božanstvo.
It's when you are making something, you are making some shape of something you are imagining.
Yeah, you worship something what is not God, not
But
outright.
it's concocted from your own mind.
That
Yeah.
do a lot.
That is idolatry.
We worship the actors. We worship the persons.
Športnike vse.
Yeah, sportsmen and
Yeah.
so okay. So this is what is the main difference? What is idol worship? Anything other than God worships as God. Anything other than God worships все, кар обожуваме кod Бога, па не Бог. For example, golden calf demigod forms a rock or a tree. The golden calf is from the Christian tradition.
Mm.
You know, remember Moses? So,
Yeah.
Old Testament.
yeah.
Mhm.
Then demigod forms also. Demigod world, this is not so prominent in Europe. In India, a lot.
Nas ne.
A rock or a tree, if you just worship some rock or some tree.
Kaj to pomeni?
Rock,
Ja.
When we were worshiping.
yeah,
Aha,
kamenje, yeah.
aha.
Ali pa gore, karkoli, ne, kar ni povezano s Krišno. Or rastline, nekaj.
Worshiping mercy.
Ja.
So what is deity worship? Worships of God's form. So one important thing is that this deity worship we are not making up. It comes to Guru Parampara. All the forms are defined in the Shastra. So all the form, how big, what kind of the face is all defined in the Vedas. It's not just that you make something, I will do it.
A nič, kar je meni luštno,
Hmm?
je meni všeč, ne?
Must be authorized. In a way, Krishna likes. This means in the way it is blessed by the Guru Parampara. We can be right, maybe, but it must be approved. Because we don't know what Krishna likes. We are not experts. We are not connected with Krishna. So we have to verify. Actually, everything what we do, we should be like that. If you do in the consciousness, whatever is this pleasing to the Lord and the Vaishnavas? This should be our attitude? Is this pleasing? Because it's not pleasing. We are doing in empty. You know, it's not. We can do a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, but is it not pleasing? So it's important that we always seek the blessings. This is the easiest method. The most easiest, just please. Yes, please.
Pa se mi se sam zapletamo s tem.
Yeah.
Mislim, da bi smo sledili.
This is difficult because your false ego is very powerful. It's
Yeah.
super powerful. Most powerful is all pervading, so it's not so easy because this is cultivate this for billions from all our existence. We are in that influence, so we cannot just we just hear and know it. No, maybe, it's so deep. More we go advance, we see how deep it is conditioned. Being right, I know who will tell me. This is all. I have my needs. I have my needs. I have my fears. I have my concerns. And all this, me, I, me, I. It's not so easy. It's actually impossible. Only by the mercy we can, transcend this. Devi Isha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durataya. Impossible to overcome material nature. Yes. 714. But only by Prapadanti, one who surrenders. Surrenders means to understand who we are and who is Krishna. And there are 6 symptoms of surrender. 6 items. When we accept things which are favorable for devotional service, we reject things we are not favorable for devotional service. This is verse 2. Third is 30s, this is from Hari Bhakti last section. So then, third items of surrender is that we have faith. Krishna will protect us. We have this deep faith. Fourth is that we have deep faith that he will maintain us. Fourth is that we give our independence to Krishna. That means that we follow Guru Parampara, we don't have independence. And all this makes us humble, humility. Six, when we are these things, they are symptomized, when they are there, then we are surrendered. That means that we realize our position, that we are part and parcel of Krishna, depending on him. That this is it's called, we realize our sambandha again. We realize our relationship with God, that we are servants, part and parcel and servant. So when we speak about this fifth one, independence means that Guru's desire becomes, or Krishna desire becomes our life.
Don't go back, stay.
Yes, that will be a good sign. That will be a good sign. But of course, you cannot jump over that immediately.
Back home?
Yeah.
Stay.
So that means we cannot do this artificially, because we have to realize I'm really Krishna's servant. And we have these fears, maintain us, protect us, is the main one. This is the main one. Of course, connected also independence, that because there are so many things, I want to have my space, I want to. So, yes. Okay, so authorized. The deity worship must be authorized. The worship of God's form. Okay, let's go for it. God has a form. Yes. Because the person is absolute and unlimited. Therefore, he possesses unlimited form, many form. Different form, they're non-different from him. And here is therefore deity worship is authorized when the form is authorized. Right? Спрямо облика, форма може biti autorizirana. Potem je čiščenje autorizirano. So authorized, and here is the very nice example. So here from the different side, what the process of deity worship involves must be authorized. So we don't invent. Измишлюємо си deity worship. It's defined. So authorized, so there is a very interesting. One thing is how they are installed, must be authorized. There are two main forms of deity installation. One is according to the pure devotee calls Krishna to manifest. Like Prabhupada, he did an installation. He asked Krishna, please manifest. There is procedure. You saw how this looks like? Usually they have tulsi veins, branches. And then the deities, they have the closed eyes when they bring from the stapati, from where they're done. They bring them with the covered eyes. And then the procedure goes that the pure devotee and the pujaris, they call each limb sak ut with mantras. Krishna, please manifest this, and they touch with tulsi branch. Chuf, 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 chuf. And then they open the eyes. When they fully manifested, they open the eyes and they see the devotees. This is how. There is one. This is more elaborate. But also there is also other form installation, simplified, which deities are invoked by the kirtan.
This is
So this devotee's desire and pure devotee, advanced devotee come is participating Krishna is manifest in this form. And when his Kirtan calls them, with the desire of a devotee, or Prabhupada, or the Brahmanas, they start worship. This Panchatattva house is told that Krishna Goswami was here and called them. And the small one, they're called by Indra Swami. The 97, the small one, the big one, 2001, 2002.
First we have small.
The other, yes.
Goravitai.
Yes. But in the Shila, you don't need to call them in the Shila because they're already in the Shila. They are because they're special. Self-manifested deity. So, okay, and here is the, one is installation on one point, and the second is example, how can we understand what is authorized? When is authorized? A very nice example is given by post boxes. Example, we can buy some kind of boxes and paint them yellow and put them everywhere to the city. Exactly the same as they have in post office. But if you throw letter in there, our boxes, the mail will never go out because post office doesn't recognize them as authorized, right? So similar deity worship is the same. Must be authorized by the post office. Znači mi naredimo poštne nabiralnike, ki so naši. Poštni nabiralniki pošta ima svoje nabiralnike. In iz tistih jemlje bomo pismo. Če zdaj mi postavimo svoje nabiralnike, ki smo jih mi po svoje pobarvali, pa jih nastavimo po mestu, pa mečemo pošto, dobena pošta ima šla naprej. Pošta ne prepozna. So similar, this is authorized system of delivery, authorized system of deity worship. So if done through the Vedic Guru Parampara, this is authorized. Is going some other can see the same? Can be the same? They also can do like a very nice form of the Krishna, but it's not through Parampara, it's not there. Doesn't go delivery, doesn't go. So the most understanding. Make sense?
Can I ask? I noticed some time ago. There are pictures of Krishna, but it's not our ISKCON Krishna.
Yes.
It's like Krishna by himself, but Prabhupada said, this is not Krishna. If there is not somebody else in the picture with Krishna, that's not Krishna. Krishna is not authorized.
It's a good question.
And I saw even in our movement, they are bringing some photos and very proud Krishna looks. But that's Mayavadi are using that Krishna picture.
Can you explain with this analogy of mailbox? You understood the mailbox analogy? No? Okay, just say I don't understand. So if the post office, right? Official government office, a post office has these boxes where you put mails, right? Over the city, right? And if you put a letter inside, that letter will be delivered, right?
Yeah.
It will work. It's connected with the system. But if you put the same boxes, we make the same, exactly the same, yellow, and we put them to the cities. And we put mail inside.
Yeah, it's artificial.
Will this mail go out?
No.
No, why not?
It's artificial.
Because it's not in the system. It's not authorized by the post. Post not exactly knows this is ours, this is not ours. So similarly, if someone makes a deity which is not in authorized system by the post system or Guru Parampara system, it's not there. It's not authorized, right? It's there, but it's not authorized. Of course, there are many also many lines how Krishna reveals himself, right? It's not only through ISKCON, necessarily. Prabhupada said this is the only moment, one point. Prabhupada said this is the only moment for the God realization. But there are also sampradayas, also other schools, Vaishnava schools in India, whatever, which are also Vaishnavas, or semi-Vaishnavas, whatever, no? But they have different school, means different understanding. Different goal also. It's not, what we have is very special. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very special line. This is for this age manifested, by Mahamantra chanting and Vrindavan Krishna, because Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, right, in a hidden form, to bring, the highest knowledge and the Radha's love to the Kali Yuga. They worship other deities like Lord Vishnu, or Vaikuntha, and their goal is Vaikuntha. Our goal is Goloka. So there are different agencies. One goes to the top, one goes to the lower levels.
There are also Mayavadis who don't recognize Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. They are worshipping his effulgence.
Yes.
And they also saying that Krishna is like a normal person, or Krishna manifested through the effulgence. Effulgence is more higher than he is.
Yes.
How we know that form, it's not those, therefore they invented this form.
Yes, that's why we follow our tradition, right? We do what our Guru Param Prabhupada authorized, right? They may be okay, but we don't know. We have our authority system, right? Prabhupada established. That's why it's important that we're following. Otherwise, you can so many in the internet, you can see everything. Wow, so nice. So nice.
It's black. It's
so beautiful. Yes, it may be, but it's not authorized. Or we don't know that it's authorized. That's why we follow what is simple. No? That's why we seek, the blessing of Guru and Vaishnava. Is this okay? I found this. Is this okay? I don't know.
And what will be the right answer when you are when somebody gives you as a present a picture
Krishna.
like this? Yeah. Because
what are the options? One extreme is no, this is artificial. It's not.
I took it. I took it because I didn't want to.
Yes.
This Mataji to feel upset or to feel bad like this, but I forgot it.
You forgot this what?
This picture.
Oh, where? At her place. Somewhere.
Yeah. where we meet, like where we met.
Yeah, it's not necessary that it's bad.
And an envelope, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily it's bad, because we also have to understand that we are representing Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, right? We are disciples, we are trying to be disciples, right? So our behavior is also important. And we also are a preaching movement, right? So if one, according to their level of understanding, she found this nice picture in Krishna and she meditated, oh, I will give this to Govinda Priya because he's Krishna worshipper. It's like if she's this like that in this mood.
Yeah.
If we are like, this is Mayavada, then she was sincere according to her level. No, we reciprocate, to uplift them because they do service for a Vaishnava. We don't feel outside we are worthy of being giving blessings, but they are because we are presenting the Prabhupada, we are Prabhupada for her. Because they don't know Prabhupada, but we are Prabhupada's representative, right? If the agent of the one company, goes to the street, he's the representative of that company, right? So we are the same. So we are trying, and we are, because this is a compassionate movement. So we are an instrument of compassion. So we are not compassionate, we are an instrument, but we are an instrument because we follow the instruction, right? We are an instrument of Prabhupada's compassion, right? That's why we try to appreciate, whatever they do. This is the mood of God in time. Whatever they do, yes, it's so nice. We encourage. To encourage that this spark can be, fan. So this is one perspective, not the only, but of course, we try to encourage. So that's why I accept also, if there is exchange, then intimacy. Then what is happening if we have exchange of giving gifts, right? What happens? The exchange of values. Exchange of values means that what you have in the heart, it goes to that heart. And if you're spiritually powered, then this go there. From the high to the low.
But are we in that position? Are we strong enough?
That's also a good question.
Maybe we are also now in our fights. And
yes, that's also a good question. One who is spiritual power can be more, but that depends on relationship with the person. So don't go to the simple people, to the Baba. You don't go because you're not so powerful, right? We are not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who went to the forest, when Haribol and tigers and elephants start to dance Hare Krishna. We are not there, right? Maybe we are someone, but we are not like that. So we have, but still we try to encourage. That's why if we have shelter, Guru Parampara, if we pray, if we sadhaka, we can. So there is also one side point, or maybe not so side. Depend on our advancement, we can uplift the persons. And for ours, we as the sadhakas, sadhana bhakti, we can invoke faith in the people. This is our level, right? Faith in the people who doesn't have faith, or we can uplift the faith who has a little faith. This is what we can do. Like that, we cannot do, uplift them like that, where we are. So we can give as an instrument, right? So it depends on the person we reciprocate. Now, if you see his sincerity there, that person, she really sincerely tried to, give me this present, we reciprocate. Yeah. We try to decide, and if we are exposed to this kind of situation, then connect with Krishna. Krishna, what to do? Please guide me. We take shelter, Krishna, or before we go to visit the person, or doing as this salad which we offer is the same. No, we connect somehow.
Yeah, I was afraid I know quite so I said, oh, I don't know what I'm watching or what I get here. If it's okay or not. I didn't want you to drag me down.
In what sense it would drag you down?
I don't know. My consciousness could be influenced in some way.
In which way you think? There must be some understanding. What kind of influence you would according to your understanding?
Well, I understand it like this, that maybe these are Maya bodies, there are Shaktas, they are invoking Krishna's energy, and I will forget maybe that my focus is Krishna Prema, and then I'm a servant of Krishna, and I will worship this form, or which will develop in myself the desire for something material to be prosperous or something materialist, and forget that I'm a servant of Krishna.
So but what would be the channel of that? This picture?
I don't know. Yeah,
no, because we also protect. It's not that it's not that we are like that we are. That Krishna's picture can bring that. If they preach to us, if they Because you have proper understanding, right? You proper books, right? Even that you are aware of the danger it means that you have understanding, right? You have discrimination. You heard from Prabhupada or Prabhupada's books, my values are dangerous, right? Right? That's why you were afraid to have some kind of discrimination. But this is specific. If this happens once, twice, it's not probably such a big. But sometimes, of course, it depends on our nature. Maybe we want to have everything very clear, black and white. No, 1, 0. No, like that must be. No, it's also like our nature depends on our nature. One is more like flexible, no problem. That doesn't mean that we are not discriminative.
I'm afraid of this flexibility.
I know.
Because mind is so strong and we are so weak, and slowly, we can deviate, And at some point we can wake up and, but the party is over there somewhere. And we are
there's a possibility. That's why we have to read. That's why this fear can come if you don't have discrimination. Proper discrimination, Shastra discrimination, right? Okay, this is okay, it's okay. But our process is beta, it's like it's flexible. No, it's not like that, nothing like that. It's also extreme. But usually when this is called fanatical, it can be fanatical, not necessarily. So if you have, this is like an object, right? And how you see this object? You see it from different angles, the same object, right? And it's the same object. So if I claim only my way is the only way, but you see difference, we can argue. But if you say, okay, this is the same object. So this means, higher understanding, no? Can be like that, but can be also like that in these conditions, right? Can be my body if this is like that, but this is used like that, like a knife. If you have a knife, with knife you can do, can violate, you can kill, but you can save their lives. So it's the similar, this depends on the vision and consciousness of the person. It's called Yukta Vairagya, and also, of course, you devote to see everything connected to Krishna. And neophytes see only, only the deity, only like that, only Prabhupada's way, it's like awesome. It can be. That's why we ask. That's why Guru Param is there. And you reveal, I was in this situation, some lady, my friend gave me this picture, and my concern was, maybe this is my Vada attack. You reveal, no? And then, it is like that can be, if like that, like it's not be, or something in the middle, it's open. It's not like, of course, but other point also is that we have to be careful. We live in Kali Yuga, that's why association is important, reading is important, that it makes us strong. We have strong discrimination. But it depends on our nature. We are not the same. One is more like more conservative, more careful, more like black and white mentality, it's our configuration. And one is more flexible, but both must be philosophically, connected. That's the point, no? Because neither extreme is good. It's a sleepy road, I would say.
Ja, zelo je pomembno tudi, kaj ti da, kdo ti da to. In če ti da z ljubeznijo, meni prijateljica Jerica, Krishna in moj Gurudeva je videl Krishno, rekel, da samo manjka Rada, da je Rada in Krishna. Ko sem ga vprašala, ker je obraz in tako, ko so Bhakte začeli vse sorte govoriti, je rekel, ti z ljubeznijo dala, je tvoja prijateljica. Sem rekla, ja, pa sploh. In ona mi je dala tega Krishno sliko za svoj rojstni dan meni. Sploh ni sporno, je rekel, tako je obesi na zid.
Yes, but we also have to be careful. One is a good point.
Yeah.
She also explained that someone's giving you.
Such a nice picture in his phone. Why she's not picking up our pictures?
It's not black and white. The point is that it's not it's not that it's wrong, not necessarily. You know? So it's also like we have something, but we have, that's why we try to understand the principle behind, no? So there's so many experts, so many in one situation like this, so many perspectives.
Yes, but
one is the perspective of what person is to you, and then according to the Krishna's desire, the values, so many things, you know, our position, our fears, our that, you know, so many things are there. And sometimes we hold to one perspective, you know, not necessarily the balanced one, you know. It can be like that. So we have to be, that's why we are open-minded, right?
Yeah, I just was thinking of that.
We're open-minded, and if we communicate, you know, with our well-wishers, then we can, okay, this is also good points, and can be, because some person can see, like I mentioned, can see in that perspective, and goes, no, it's not right. For us, maybe it's not right, but for a person, it's a reality. No? So if you can add all it together, then it makes sense. Then we can accept other points, right? If you see the whole picture, we can accept her perspective, right? If I see only my side, no, absolutely, it's not. It's only like that. Or no, it's only like that. You don't know. You're my body, like that. And this is a lot of, how to say, conflict amongst the devotees, because they don't have this. That approach, they have this absolute, because maybe we are weak, we have health concerns, or you know, or this is our need for my philosophical safeness. You know, it can be many reasons for this. So usually this comes with maturity. Usually when we are the beginner, then we have this, you know. Only in mind, but then maturity comes, then you can see, you know, Shastic, and then, okay, it can be also like that. I like more this one, no problem, because it's my nature like that. But I also allow option that can be a difference. And if you read, for example, I will give one example with the Shastras. You know? In the Shastra, even Bhagavad Gita, you have translation which Prabhupada said, right? Translation. Prabhupada took probably the Vishnu Chakravarti, but there are also other perspectives. Madhvacharya, for example, is also bona fide. Huh? We have completely different explanation, or even Vishnu Chakravarti and Bhakti Vishnu, our acharyas, they're completely different understanding. You know, here is like that, the same sloka. It's both right, but I don't even understand why they're right, but they. So this is like a more like a philosophical.
I think it's okay when we can see this in both perspective or multi perspective or something. But I think it's not applying when it comes to more strict, like worshipping deities or like standards or.
Of course,
That is not.
And one thing also is also the purpose.
Yeah.
They have two persons desire to please Krishna in different way. It's also in Krishna's eyes, to please him, of course, must be also how, no? Must be blessed also, or authorized, of course. Of course, for our level of pious neophyte, we are more careful. We don't, because we don't have capacity to know how to deal with that. No, we stick with the simple. We are simple and we follow as it is in our sense, no? But it's not that because it's no other perspective, because we don't have capacity to discuss or, you know, go there, because we are too weak in philosophy, we are too, you know, have our conditioning, so it will shake our faith or something, you know. That's why we don't go into it, or but you have to be careful. It's not that, you know, everyone is like that as my situation now. The many other devotees who have different, you know, situation, development, and understanding, and, you know, administration, which can be also different from our, you know, narrow one for now. For example, this could be one explanation. For myself, because of the background, academic background, it's my nature to understand from different points, so I can understand the 3D, the model. I like to see other, it's like that. Wow, it's so nice. You know, it's like for one who is here, this, wow, it's also like that. My God, it's so nice. No?
Vse perspektive.
Of course, and we are faithful to our line. Of course, we're not we're seeing within the scope of what is, our Siddhanta, what is our conclusion. I'm not interested in what my wife said or whatever, it's not. But within our, our main. So it's interesting topic, very interesting. This is philosophy. Then application is another thing. How to use this in life, another thing. Where we use, how to use, what in this situation, like this, we mentioned this bog offering, can also be black and white. Okay, if you every time when we have time, we also offer like Krishna. I'm in the heart, and we have time, then it's also like very. And usually we have tendency that we go to the lower. We have tendency to go to the lower, standards because we are lazy and we are conditioned with tamas. We go to the lower. No, we don't go to the higher.
Yeah.
Because Sattvagun, we are like some cleanliness. Everything goes down. Attentiveness, less usually. So to maintain the one level, indeed, a lot of endeavor. We know, right? No, just to maintain the cleanness of our room. So difficult. Small room. So it's so difficult. Temple room or the dining room is so difficult. What is difficult to maintain is our body. In the morning, cold, or afternoon, cold water is so difficult. No, it's it. It's no, but it's irrelevant, no?
Yeah, relevant.
Okay, so how we authorize to do regular programs? See, this is the regular programs. This also comes to the authorized. That's why we have bhoga offerings, which are defined in the Shastra. Why we cook rice dal? That because this is the offering of Krishna in the Shastra. We don't do mushrooms. We don't do local specialities. We can offer, but for the deity, for Lord Krishna. If you read the Bhagavad it comes to the Gopakumar, that hero comes to Krishna. What they eat? They do burfis, they eat ladus, this stuff. Which is you see? Maybe.
Apple pie.
So we do bhoga offerings. We have darshans and bhajans, right? We have puja in the morning, dressing the deity. This is the what is done. This arati is also interesting way how to worship. It's very so philosophical. Yeah, so philosophical. Why? This is the next page. What do you offer this? Why do you offer these sticks? No.
Why? I don't.
Yeah.
This is next. Or can we know?
Yes. Okay. So let's finish this.
It's connected with the element.
Also, yes. Many. There are many perspectives also, but also. So the last arrow here is underlying philosophy. So deity worship makes, if we understand to the Shastra. So, but more bit filosofia, more bit zadneki. So this means the deity is direct expansion of Krishna. This is one philosophical point. To Krishna, matter and spirit are interchangeable. We discussed this now. The Krishna, all energies are Krishna's energies, right? And also this material nature, matter is Krishna's energy. So he can use his energy however he likes. We cannot control this because it's not our energy, right? But Krishna can manifest himself as he likes because he's. Any question, any concerns, any different perspective on this? You don't?
Yeah.
So it's a big topic. I mean, it's a science. No? It's science.
Tu je zelo pomembno razumevanje. Mislim, najbolj pomembno je to, da imamo razumevanje.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
It's unbeatable. It's unbeatable. Philosophy unbeatable. There is You can go, nepremagljiva filozofija. Nepremagljiva v smislu.
Pa tako vabljiva tudi tako, dobro, najbrž, če si v mentalnem, imaš to, res je vabljivo, to je tako never ending story.
For those who has nature to research into depth, this is the place when you go to unlimited depth. You know, there is no end, and it's clear. No. Modern academics, when they research the matter, and more they go deep into the matter, more you're blinded, more you're confused, more you don't know. You just, like in darkness. It's just like that. But here it's with the proper parampara and the proper. It's so, it's so relishing. It's Samvit Shakti, it's Krishna Shakti knowledge. It's so okay. We just do the arati because this is it. Okay, we know this from that. You both worship the Prabhupada already?
Ne, jaz sem zdaj za brat sem zmenjena, da začneva danes s mi govoriti.
So we have all these articles. Conchal, školka, bihanje, potem a cup of fresh water and spoon. Achamana? Achamana we know. This is the Achamana is meant for purifying the articles in ourselves. First ourselves, then article. Achaman?
Ja.
Zgodno?
Ja.
Prečiščeno voda se upravlja za prečiščenje. Nas in artikul. So last time we mentioned what is the philosophy behind. So we put the pure water, which is usually it's purified before with the mantras. We call the holy waters.
They said it's normal water in the.
Sorry?
They said it's normal water in the Achmana pot, in the flower.
It can be. They are more elaborate way and it's more simple way. One is that you invoke you call the holy place. Then we have these mudras, mudras and nyasas. Nyasas means you touch the parts of the body and you recite the mantras. You purify the instruments of our body, like when you have for the big Vachamana is purifying all the body, especially each part, each mantra, or tilak is the same, similar function. But then we use that tilak, but then here we use different mudras, right, which are authorized by the Shastra. But the most simple one is that we do first three, right? And last time we mentioned that we put the pure water and then we see and we spell the mantra. Om is the seed mantra, which is the carrier, and the mantra of the Lord. Om Kesh. You don't look like that, but you look in the water. Om Keshavaya Namaha, and then it goes, purifies the water, and then we sit with the water. We don't even touch. We close door, or we can put this part on the brada here, this cheek, yes, and then just go like that. You can even throw like that, So we try to avoid the lips because all the holes of the bodies are not pure. That's why.
Aha, preden preteče, vi
to kako imate nekaj izkušnje, če ne pa nastavite tle del na brada, tako da imate, in potem sem z glavo res, pomagate, da se ne dotikate.
Ampak velja pa tudi potem, če mi ne uspe, pa splaknem in ponovim.
Yes. You can purify or you can just go further. Depends. If you touch, then you purify. If not. This is also even if you do wrongly, because we know what we try to understand what we do with the follow. It's procedure for purifying before touching the things, right? This is so we purify ourselves for Krishna's pleasure, because only the pure person can approach Krishna's worship, right? Because he's supreme pure. That's why we try to be pure. That's why it's like that. You know, this is also first the pure ourselves with the cleanliness like that, and then with this subtle. And then usually what we do, probably you do not do it, you ask some other day, I think. Usually what one of the mudras or the procedure is that we purify from the subtle beings. There are many subtle beings around. So there is, when you put a little water on your hand and you just spread it. It's not throwing the water, but it goes to the fingers. Om Astrayapat. Om Astrayapat, this means it removes the subtle beings. And we start. There are two kinds, this is detailed. There are two ways how we can purify the articles. One is to go one by one. Usually done. But others is more general for the deity worship that you do Om Astrayapat. This is like that. But then you also some other mudras which purifies other things. This chakra, chakra. One. And then other things which.
But this can do only Brahman.
Usually for the simple worship, they're not needed. This is for when you do this, like at Pujari, then you do this thing because she is Pujari, yeah. It's there. And
also is making that.
But it's not trained. He doing, but not doing exactly. I should be just see others. There are details, but.
To je samo zato, da skrajšamo to vsakega posebej.
No, this is there are two ways how to purify. One is more complex.
Okay.
When you know the details, then you do it. But otherwise, you do the simple one. If you're not trained, it's just help to understand. There are many ways to do it. One simple is this. We follow like that. And there is also some more. When you're more into deity worship, then you see there are many details which you can add. We start with simple, then you can add when you have, because you all this, even the big Achamana is the problem, right? So many names there, I don't know how
So which finger, which
yes.
I don't understand in Slovenian, it's not translated there.
You still don't have it.
No, it's the manifested there.
No, you should. No, I need in English. English is original one. In Veda base is there, no? Veda base is there? Untitled Chapter. We have original books.
To je treba s posebnimi prsti, jaz vse to delam zelo rada, ampak jaz tako naredim. Vse učke, všekskam. Ampak to piše tam, s katerim prstom.
Yeah, but I don't understand, it's...
Jaz pa sem osredotočena na sanskrt besedo.
Back to discussion, so we have simple and complex. So if you're not more confused with the complex, which is usually the case, you do the simple one. You do simple one also. 3. On Krishna, on the line.
Yeah.
You can do this also.
Pa mantra. Guru, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is the first, this is the Achaman procedure. Then of course, you chant that Om Tad Vishnaha Paramam Paragam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. This. If this is also difficult, just read the translation. No need to, if you don't. This is difficult for you. You can.
Ampak kako sem pa naučila, jaz to zanalaž, da tako, da se seveda ne vem, če pravilno izgovorim, ampak to je vaja.
Yes, I'm saying it's simplified. We can also always add complexity, but you can do the simple one. But you have to understand what you're doing. We are purifying our senses. We are purifying this mantra. We are purifying this. Try to understand first this, and then you go to the details, right?
Ampak če zdaj ne.
Yeah, this is a discussion.
Ampak potem, če jaz sem zdaj pač napačno prste, pa jaz sem res zraven in vse, ampak če prste napačno postavim in naučke in vse povsod, a to pomeni, da jaz pa nisem šla čista
No.
in moje delo ni bilo dobro.
No. No, this first we have intention, right? This is
Yeah.
the most important. Then we do the details. How?
Yeah.
We try to do the best we do.
Yeah.
There are many details. How we don't touch the eyes, we touch here, no? Here this,
Ja, tako, a ja, tako.
this bone.
Ja.
Because these are holes, we don't touch the holes, right?
Zdaj aha, sploh
Here,
ne.
no,
Aha, čisto konec.
like this bone where
Aha, kostka ta.
because you touch with this. See, when you put these two fingers, there is a V.
Aha.
So with
Yeah.
this we touch, you know. Also here now we don't put in the
Ja,
nose, but
ja, ja.
here, no.
To so te točke.
You also don't touch the lips, also the ears, but like that. You just touch a little bit, no. These are. It's not. Mantras are important there, no, because mantras purifying, you know. This is just the carrier. This is only the carrier. Because here is the carrier. The eyes, here is the carrier, is the touch. See? But if it's so difficult, just do the small one. If you're also in a hurry, do the small one. No,
But it's okay to make small one maybe for every service which you will want to perform, or it's okay, I'm doing this, Krishna, I know the intention is, you know, Krishna, I don't have time or something.
yes, it is reasonable time, you know, here you can learn.
They have the same value.
It's purifying process, right? Simple or that. But it has to be authorized, no authorized, it's authorized, okay? You can do it, If authority say you can do it, right? It's not, no, you must do, and then you do the half an hour there. It's also okay, but it depends how, also if you are disturbed, no, I forget everything, you know, confused, I'm so depressed because I don't know to spell, you know, it loses the value, right? You forgot the intention, right? You lose the intention. Lose intention. So that's why it's important to understand the principle behind, you know, it's that. But of course, you should not be lazy, is one thing. The danger is also, no? It's too high that you follow automatically or mechanistically, one. The other is that you're lazy. Isn't it? Not important. It's the other. So we try to be.
Sploh ne moreš, jaz sem danes zjutraj šla v kuhinjo in ko sem se sam dotaknila posode, sem rekla, oh my God, mislim, sploh ti ne dovoli Krishna goljufati, sploh ne moreš, sploh ne vem, kaj je to. Veš, ko bi nekaj...
Yeah, of course, in the beginning we do like... Why?
Yeah.
It's all the body. This is how Shastra defines it.
Because I understand holes, okay, but...
It's not only the holes, also the parts, no? No, it's not.
Popak?
Yes, this is so this is science, you know. There are also explanation why if you want to go into more details, you know, Bhakti Vidya Purnaswami, I don't know, you know him, heard him. He has this, you know, for every item is like many hours seminar, no? Oh, so why is there, why like that, why it's here like that? There's so many things because and explain that's why it's there, no?
Zdaj imamo Gauri, Mataji,
She also is the expert.
ona bo sobota povedala.
So it's, so many things are there which are, you know, try to ask why we doing this? Try to avoid mechanically, you know, be inquisitive. I wonder why this is like that. And we can, you know, then this go deep understanding. Then you can do with conviction. Makes sense. Intelligence.
Gradiš tako, v bistvu.
When intelligence accepts, then you will do. If you know intelligence, you know, is don't ask, you know, just follow blindly. Intelligence is screaming, you know, all this. Usually is always this Achaman is subtle purification, right? Purifies the subtle body. So, for example, I mentioned last time, no, when we take Mahaprasadam, right, the kitchen. That's why we go out, where Krishna is over, and then we take for ourselves. So it's something contamination is in the sense, quote unquote, that is we took for our pleasure, right? Then it's usually okay. We wash our mouth, but usually properly will be done if we do Ashaman, because we should a small one that we can purify intention, right? Because it was not. Yes, we took from the air. We don't touch, of course. This is simple things that we can understand. You know, it's interesting when you understand. It makes sense more. And the most purifying agent is Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then you know it's also purifies. Is also powerful as Achaman. There are also many levels of purification. If you don't have anything around to clean yourself, you just chant Hare Krishna. You go to the altar. Huh? If something is urgency, you know, then you have it. No water, not that cold water. Krishna, Krishna. And you go like that. Can you imagine this? It should not be excuse. You know, that you do every day, I'm like that. No? But it's also possible. We have many snana, means showers. One is mana snana, means in the mind. One is with earth. This means Milo. Yes. One is with Ganges, like that. So it's science, and it's a deep science. So we here just touch a little bit, you know. This was like a Achaman, right? For purification, then we have incense sticks. Okay, at least 3. Ghee lamp is there. Conch shell is there for offering water. Container of the water. Cloths. This is ropček handkerchief.
Kaj ropček pomeni? To skozi živim vprašal.
This handkerchief is a cloth.
Ja.
But Karina, to ni ropček za.
Od božanstva.
We are offering water. We are offering water like as we are washing their feet, and then we are using cloth for drying, or
Yeah, it is good thinking. Yes, that's good questions. This arati ceremony is usually from the Vedic culture to receive the great person, king.
yeah.
You know, when someone comes, then you offer these items. And here also, especially, it's also synonym that you offer elements of creation to the creator of elements. Se pravi, v tem aratu en pomen dodatni je, da mi darujemo. Kreacija je sestavljena iz 8 elementov, zemlja, voda, in ti artikli predstavljajo te elemente in mi jih dajemo nazaj kreatorju. To je meditacija.
Incense, for example, it's element of earth and generates the smell. Okay, incense has the earth and smell. But what about the cloth?
Cloth?
I don't understand that.
One is for the touch, also one is, yeah, it's different, yes. So fire, they're different. There are some connections. There are different interpretations, can be. For example, you offer false ego. How you offer false ego narrative?
Conch, you blow the conch, or
This is more for the ether.
ether.
Yeah, ether. No, is a sound.
So
But also with the bells and also. But false ego you offer how? After you finish the arati, you give obeisances. False ego, no?
Of course.
You offer.
Da ne pozabiš, da si zelo mačka in nekje ponižen.
Chamara is air. I think that this is that. Fire is fire. Water is water.
Well, is ether.
Can be ether or that. Yeah. Is there? Here are 5 elements can be. So our many can be a cloth, and cloth can be also this touch is air. Can be like.
Zdaj ne vem, sem zgrešila, se pravi, ta tkanina je pa kaj?
Za element.
Ja, oziroma zakaj damo ta ropček, to tkanino?
So to the great personality we offer items. So Kanina, you give one understanding the water that you give them for drink is one. but it's not. One is to wash the feet. One is also to do achaman, or just for refreshment, because you come from the long traveling, for example. Then water is refreshing, right? Vlaga, yeah. Can be, it's different meanings are there, and I have to check what is one explanation in the internet. Probably there is. You see there is some kind of. So it makes sense. You offer what is created from creator back to the creation. This is the similar how you worship Ganga. Separare principio del mi dajamo elemente creazione za creator. And similarly is worshiping the Ganga. How you worship Ganga? The river Ganga? You go to the river, you go into the river, and then you put the Ganges into the water and offer it back. You give Ganges back again. This is how you worship the Ganga. And here the similar. This is the element of creation, is kiss. What that means? Because we are conditioned how? What is our conditioning? What is our conditioning? Why we are conditioned?
Of mind and me and mine.
Yes. We are conditioned, we are selfish, right? What we do, we use for ourselves, right? And it's not ours. And with this, we recognize, we are aware, it's not ours, it's the Lord's. And we show in this way. So we're reviving our original position. We melt our false ego, right? Because we do, it's not mine, it's the Lord's property, and we worship with Him. It's not for my pleasure, it's for. Yes, we recognize who is the owner, and we also reducing our selfishness. That's why deity worship is so important. It brings up Sattva and reduces selfishness. Science. It's science of transformation. That's why, these a lot of things help us, purity, cleanness help us, Sattva, and these things, when we are offering, this is for you, the Lord, this is for you, the Lord, this is for you, for the Lord, in the mantras, right? We repeating, this is not for me. That's why we don't touch before. We hope you purify all also purify the intent, it's not for me. Even this nice food cooked, right? Boga offering, so nice. So we have to purify our mind. No, it's not for me. It's for the Lord. Don't jump. Oh, that's why it's not recommended now. Oh, please cook this pizza for me. Or this, this grease for me.
Prabhu, you are saying, Prabhu, I know Deity would like this kind of.
Yes. So that's why we are careful with that, Of course, we are flexible. Krishna also helps us, of course. But we have to see, what that says, what this shows. It shows that I'm the center, I'm the enjoyer. I want to do this, But Eki Pasaram is yoga. It means Krishna gives us these remnants of His food. Because He knows that we are so conditioned, that our tongue is so, so greedy, that He lives that we can taste His. So it's an offering. It's a blessing. That's why it's called prasadam. It's a blessing, because we know we are conditioned that we can, satisfy. But if we have an enjoying mentality while eating, like wow, it's also not the highest consciousness. It's yoga also. If you have this, usually we are just eating for a hunger, but this is a lot more. If you see the topic in the next chapter about serving prasadam, and then serving, how do we serve in the mood when we eat 100% is completely also adds to the picture. It's spiritualized the activity. Yes, it's not that, that usually is like that the most advanced devotees serve prasadam. It's not like, it's Krishna is distributed to devotees, Krishna. So only Brahmanas serve. That means one who is aware, but it's not like, give me a little less, this, which we are used to. It's not like, it's not this devotion of, it's a sacred, That's why usually should be, with Krishna Katha and how Krishna take and devotees and understand with that. Okay, we have to finish. So for your homework, okay, try to read this Tulsi worship, which you're already doing. Huh? Why we devotees worship Tulsi Devi? Huh? What are the glories? Who she is? What is the benefit if someone worships them?
I think she's giving a love of Krishna.
Tulsi?
In short, yeah.
Tulsi is.
She's
First, we have to understand who she is in spiritual world. She is the main player in the pastime of the Lord. She's the manager there, right? She arranged everything for so he is very dear to the Lord and Radha Krishna. So he has special function. So dear that Krishna. If she's there, then all is special. So read this and how to worship Tulsi. What you're doing. Check if you're doing like this or something like that. Offering incense, offering ghee lamp, and the flower.
Can I tell you a short story
please.
About this offering and accepting of Krishna? We had a story in some class.
From?
In Romania.
Okay.
It was somewhere in India. One Brahman parent had to go somewhere, and they had deities for home. Deities from home, and he said to his son, I will be away for 2 days or something like this. Please cook for deities and offer to deities because they cannot stay hungry. It's your responsibility. That is responsibility now. And so on. And he went. So when he came back, he asked his son, well, where are the prasada? Where are the remnants of prasada? And the kids was like, what
do you mean?
Remnants? What do you mean? What? Well, if you offered now, isn't it you offered the Boga to Krishna? Yes. But first when I offered, he didn't took it. I don't know. I didn't cook food or something was wrong. He didn't want it. So I throw it away and I cooked again. And again nothing. And you know it. Yeah, it's so nice.
No.
Yeah. So I offered it again. And then he didn't believe the son that this happened. And after a few times this happened, they secretly wanted to see what is going on after the happens. And they spotted Krishna was eating because, his younger had so much faith, and he was about to throwing so many times the prasadam, the remnant, that he said, okay, I will eat it, okay. And somewhere in India, they are actually worshipping this form of Krishna.
Yeah, Ladu. I think the thing was about the Ladus. Maybe many times. Okay. It's a good time to finish prolong a little bit. Our discussion went a little over there. So please read about this Tulsi, and we can continue on Thursday. You will share these glories and the worship, and then we'll start with next unit. Holidays, festivals, the Ekadashi and serving in Holy Vasanam. We are there. So we are almost at the end of this model. So, yes. Thank you very much for your patience, questions, and discussion. Shri Panchatattva Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Go Premanande. Hare Krishna.